message that I got from water in that experience was trust me. And that is such a deep learning that I think I've struggled with for a long time. Like I have trouble trusting people. I have trouble surrendering. I have trouble like letting go and not doing all the things. And I think what I started recognizing is that water is all around us, even in the invisible spaces of air. And so when we think about transmission and you think about the like, well, how does my energy, you know, affect somebody else next to me? How does that egg, that healthy egg albumin affect the other healthy eggs around it? And it's like the thing that's tying us all together as beings is water, you know, and it's the vehicle of movement is water in the air. And so like that's when I was able to be like, oh, actually, like I'm if I just sit here and be embodied in my own sort of experiences and in my own healing, I can trust that water is going to transmit that through its molecular body.
It does. Well, the water and electrical charge have a lot to do with each other. So, like I mentioned, by molecular count, we're 99% water. To put that into a little perspective, there are more water molecules in our bodies than stars in the Milky Way. So if you ever go and look through a telescope and you look up there, that's a heck of a lot of stars. It's trillions and trillions and trillions. And so with that in mind, I think it's also important for us to remember that just by the pure fact that we breathe out, if we have water in the air, even though we don't see it, doesn't mean that it isn't there. It's very much there. And we have electrical charge, which can be read by heart math, so that's not a woo-woo thing at all. And our electrical charge can actually go much, much further out than we imagine that it might, particularly when we're really in a high vibration.
Yeah.
And so when we're in a very high vibration and that electrical charge is actually emanating much further than we might imagine, all the way out to the, well, you can't see my door, but that's several meters away. And the water in the air, some of it is attracted to that electrical charge. It kind of creates, if you imagine like what a spider web looks like when it's covered in dew, I mean, we just have that little bit of a visualization. I mean, it's not identical to that because we're talking about minute particles of water, but there is this kind of web-like effect that happens. And the water that's attracted to that electrical charge is able to use that charge and travel and send information along it. So when we go into like a house and something about that house just makes us feel like, oh, I don't like this place. I don't know why I like this place. I don't know why I feel like this about this place, but it's just not resonating for me. It feels heavy. Like feels like something bad happened here. Dense energy is actually literally denser and it stays around longer. And so our energetic web picks up on that information and shares it into our intuition. Our intuition is, again, the water within our body that is making us feel something that we can't logically say why we feel like that, except that that's our gut feeling.